Whoa! Oh! Who are you? Don't hurt me, please. Whoa! Hold on. Sparing my life? Look, I'll help you out, okay? I know what you're talking about. It's in my bunker, not here. There's a bit of a problem, though. The door to my bunker got jammed from the inside, and I got locked out. I just went out to get some essentials. I rarely leave the bunker. Of course, I had to lock myself out when I do. Anyway, good news is, there's a second entrance in the basement of this building. Bad news is there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. I don't know who they are, or what they want. I've never seen them before. But they did not seem the friendly kind, huh? I just came in here minding my own business when I heard some creepy chanting and talks about some Alex sending them here for a sacrifice. I panicked, and I locked them in. I don't think they noticed, but I bet they'll be real mad once they do. The kind of sacrifice you and me would make for. Human. They looked heavily armed. I didn't dare get any closer to find out more. You've got yourself a deal. Come and let me know when they're all, dead. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
モスマンよ、我が声を聞きたまえ。野獣や蛮族の脅威から。
I stopped hearing screams. So I came through, to check on you, yeah? And I wasn't sneaking off. Never seen them before. Whilst they were locked up in there, I could overhear some of their conversations and chanting, though. They kept bringing up a moth an awful lot. Well, the radiation must have been too much for them. They also kept on and on about some big ritual and how some Alex had sent them here to help. Either way, I'm glad they're gone, and I hope this Alex person won't send any more this way. Oh, well, maybe we should have kept one of them alive, to pass on the message. Well, hindsight's 20/20, they say. Well, it's been my home ever since the bombs dropped, and I am really not in the mood for finding a new home. If I knew where they were. I'm the last one around here as far as I know. But, to be honest, I prefer my own company anyways. A deal's a deal. Follow me. I'll show you to my bunker. The machine is in there. Well, the machine you're after is just over there. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. Thanks for helping me out getting back here. I'd ask what you need, but I doubt I'd be of any help. Not at first, I didn't. Just a few of my fellow Rangers. When the bombs dropped, we made our way to the bunker. None of them stayed very long, though. Well, a few went out scavenging, never to be seen again. Others left to search for their families. Now, I'm not sure if they died or found someone, but I sure wasn't going to risk my life with them. As little as possible. Yeah, I only leave when I need a few essential resources, and I don't see why I should leave more often than that. I got everything I need in here. Sure. I mean, have you seen those weirdos? So, excuse me for being a little shaken up.
you find the part we're looking for? How is that any of your... Be nice, Audrey. I am sorry. Sometimes my emotions get the better of me, and there has been a lot going on. I think I figured out how I can make it work. Just needed to make a few modifications on our machine so I can connect it to the part. Nothing too complex. It's mainly just the type of unique connectors that our machine uses, so I just had to standardize them to hook a regular part up. All we need now is that part. Have you got it? What a relief. I must admit I was a little unsure there would be any machine left to rescue parts from. I hope I didn't get you into too much danger to retrieve it. I knew you would be a good fit for the task. But that aside, I never heard of any cult in these parts. Then again, I never heard much about any cult in general. My father kept me fairly sheltered. Quite literally. I wonder what they were doing there. Alex? No, she couldn't be. Sorry, I knew someone named Alex. I never found out what happened to them when the bombs dropped, but it must be someone else. Would you mind getting the part in place? It should be pretty simple after my modifications. All the connectors are standardized now to fit a regular part. I'd do it myself, but I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. I mean equipment. I'll be right there. Please don't touch anything in here. We've already had enough damage. Oh, I got struck by an idea. Got my equipment together. Let me see how you did in placing the part. Passable. You forgot to hook up a few of the connectors, but a solid attempt for a first-timer at weather machine repair. All that's left now is to get a scan of my mother's eyes. She is the only one in this vault authorized to override security checks when we reboot it.
Audrey! Audrey! I thought I heard your voice in here. Oh, and our new friend is with you. Good, we might need you. We have an emergency. Your mother. She's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I thought she was in stable condition.
No, not gone like that. She's not in her room. Someone has taken her. They've left a note. Oberlin read it out to me. Some gibberish about a Mothman. Alex? The cult? Oh, that can't be. I took care of her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, my dear. I misspoke.
No. You definitely said I took care of her. Want to elaborate on how you took care of her father?
Okay, look. I didn't intend for you to find out, but she was a risk to your future and that of our family business. I had to ensure you would stay here with us. I only did what I had to do.
Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling you were behind her disappearance. How was your own daughter's happiness ever a risk? Every single bit of my life has always been dictated by you, and I have been miserable for all of it.
Now, that's not true. You've always loved all this tinkering and such. All I did was make sure you were safe and would focus on what's important. The family business. And look around. Look how well it has worked out. This machine you've helped build and maintain. It's a true masterpiece.
Are you delusional? Look at us! Look at those mad lost running around! Mom is in a coma, for God's sake! How has any of that worked out well? I cannot reason with the unreasonable. I need some air to process this.
She'll come to her senses. There's always a flair for the dramatic. Takes after her father, I suppose. We have more important business to discuss anyway. We need my wife back. Pronto. And you've more than proven yourself capable of that task. So please, I could use your assistance. We don't have time to get into this. She was a bad influence on my daughter, a threat to the family business. I had to protect the business, and most importantly, Audrey, from her communist ideas. Now can we focus on the real issue at hand, please, and take care of Alex? As much as I'd like to trust Audrey, I had to make sure she wouldn't turn against me. Cassidy had to authorize any major changes or security checks to make sure Audrey is keeping on the right track. Thinking of it, it may have not been the best idea to only have one person authorized to do all this. Well, it's done now, so you better get going before they kill her. Now that stupid letter is what got us all into the situation in the first place. I should be telling you off for putting your nose in what's none of your business, but I think we have long passed that point. Cassidy and I were shocked to read the note. Such vulgar language. To think she is well read is beyond me. But enough of that. Back to your assignment. Wunderbar. Getting this machine repaired is in everybody's best interest. Now, the note left behind mentions something about an old abandoned mine. I remember there was only one within the park. Nearly purchased it at one point for some... actually, that's not important. Try and blend in as one of the cultists. I fear they may harm Cassidy if they spot an intruder. Find where they're keeping her and get rid of Alex. I expect you to do a better job than the last person I sent to deal with her. We can't say for certain, but the gun I hired never returned, so it's possible she survived. And let's say that joining a cult isn't outside the realm of possibilities when it came to her eccentricities. But even if it isn't the same Alex, whoever has kidnapped my wife deserves to die. Disguise! Don't become one of them. But yes, that is the brief in a nutshell. Knew I could count on you. Now you better get going. I will deal with Audrey. Meet me back in the atrium when it's safe to get my dear Cassie. I will send out some people to transport her back safely once you've completed your mission.
Big Mothman, hear my story. Keep me safe from the storm, and... Welcome, child. Let him shower you with his love. Was that convincing? His eyes burn like the night, and no enemy can escape his plight. He is our shepherd in the light, the dark.
Huh? Oh, good day. My name is Blair. My name is Blair. I'm still a bit new around here. Who are you? How dare you? Putting my faith in question? Wait. Either?
You're one of us.
Oh, thank God. I mean, thank the Mothman. Shh! Don't let him hear you say that. You can't put our disguise at risk. Not now that we're so close to completing our vengeance. Well, presumably for the same reason you are. Aren't all the non-believers here for the same thing? To get back at Hugo for going back on the deal. And just generally being total filth. He screwed us over, big time. Made promises that upended our lives and put us all at risk. It's about time he gets what he deserves. I'm sure whatever he did to you makes you feel the same. Suit yourself. Not like I got anything else to do in these dark tunnels anyway. Truly an inspiration. We shall follow her lead. She's onto something big. Bigger than anyone here realizes. Make sure you do what she requests for this ritual. Yep, all ready for the big sacrifice. Just sitting in the dark, waiting for the light to consume us. Oh, well, me too. Good, prayings.
All these eggs and not one omelet? Praise to him.
All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy.
Wise and holy Mothman. Protect
Something
us in
about
our
you isn't
times
quite
of need.
Culty enough. Keep your head down.
Something about you isn't quite culty enough. Keep your head down and they won't notice. If it's a Mothman, then why the hell are there eggs everywhere? Praise be to him. Where his wings flop, I'll go with him.
At the time of recognizing, the worthless will be showered At the time of rectifying, the worthless will be showered in his divided light. There you are. How fares the surface? Just act normal and take my lead. Yes, I agree. There you are. Praise be. How fares the surface? Just act normal and take my lead. Don't get too close to them. Praise be to the skies. We are his flock. Guided through his equine. Wait, no.
Our enemies can't hide. His enemies won't escape. They'll face his judgment.
Big Mothman, hear my story. Keep me safe from the storm. And his eyes burn like the night, and no enemy can escape his plight.
市民の皆様、まもなく核攻撃が開始されます。至急避難してください。ご協力に感謝します。
He is our shepherd in the light. The dark? Ah, shit, he looks after us. It calls to us. He calls to us. It calls to us. He calls to us.
Password? You may pass. You may pass. What do you mean you don't know who I am? I'm Pepper, and you better not make me an enemy. I'm a good ally to have. Hope you don't waste my time again when you come back.
All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy. Wise and holy Mothman. Protect us in our times of need. Go with him. At the time of recognizing, the worthless will be showered in his divided light. Guiding him through his equine... Wait, no. Oh, great Mothman, look upon your lands with mercy and protect us. Hey, I don't remember your face. That's not gonna happen. And if you interfere with our ritual, we'll make you our next sacrifice. What a weird time to ask questions. I guess we can spare a few seconds. I like to get to know my victims a little anyway. For some of them, it's just a matter of saying the right thing. Mothman showed me this, Mothman showed me that. Next thing you know, I'm a prophet. The rest? Well, we share a common interest. They're my wolves hiding in Moth's clothing. We have one goal. Get back at Hugo. Do you know what that bastard did to these people? How he used them, stole their homes, left them for dead? There's so much about that man and family that you barely understand. Allow me to enlighten you. There was a small town still in this park when Hugo arrived, right where he wanted to build his precious vault. When they refused a buyout, he offered them all a safe spot when the bombs dropped. They accepted. If you know Hugo, it shouldn't surprise you that he went back on that deal. He left them all for dead, scared them off, and kept the land. He is a parasite, sucking dry the innocent, making no compromises that stand in the way of his vision. It doesn't take much time around the Stoltzes before this story starts to make perfect sense. Hugo feeds off the vulnerable. Always has. Typical. Now I see why you've been sent here. Just another crony on a job, hoping to get a pat on the head from Daddy Hugo. You're pathetic. Audrey was the only one who ever got me. Ran into each other in a bookstore in the before times. That nerd. God, I miss her. Her dad hated us being together. Thought I was a bad influence on her. Maybe I thought he was a capitalist pig. A family business was everything to him. Anything that stood in its way had to be eliminated. I guess I stood in the way. I'm sure she would understand. But also, look at me. Look what I've become. She would never take me back anyway. Hugo caught wind that I was still in contact with Audrey after they moved to Shenandoah. He sent a goon to kill me, keep me away. The bombs fell as I was being attacked. Probably the only reason I managed to escape. I was out in the woods by myself, barely alive, getting my strength back. Until this lot found me and made me their leader. Lucky me. They've turned out to be a great help to make my revenge against Hugo a reality. I'm not alone in that. Many here want to see Hugo suffer. And I won't let you get in the way of that. Yes! Can you say the same? I agree. You can sure try! Judgment.
Big Mothman. Here, my lord.
You're back.
Surely
Good.
the name
I trust you have taken care of everything.
popular name.
and I can send my man out to get Cassidy. Fantastic! Oh, I wish I was there to see it. You know, in a more figurative sense. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct the rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill and kill. I can't believe I came up here to try and talk this through. To try to make you see some reason. But I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are. After all these years of not knowing if she was still alive, I had a tiny spark of a hope that I could see her again. Now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you. For a moment, I really thought you were one of the good ones. But now, you're no different. Just taking orders from my mad father and killing innocent people. You're both just heartless murderers.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. Ah, no talking sense into that one. She always just runs away.
Arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. These jumps
Of that, I'm certain. I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
When it rains, it pours.
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
The new animals up there, any of them good for eating?
So it was her. Why?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
I miss research and science and discoveries and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
I've got my eye on you, outsider. I've got my eye on you outside. Make it quick. If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be seeking your assistance in the first place. You'll have to speak to someone else. I will indeed continue to be this way. Thank you. Your assignment does not require knowledge of the vault beyond the immediate area. You will find adequate signage for familiarizing yourself with the premises. Perhaps later, if you prove capable, we can talk in more detail.
What if we go back?
I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security
Nobody wants to
concerns.
know us because
My
of
more
our
menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. They are vocal. They'll be more than happy to provide details on themselves. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me.
Security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Is there a reason you're loitering in my office? You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
Looking for someone?
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
And then I saw... Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here?
Smell something weird?
What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
You reckon that storm...
Ooh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel. Is there anything else? That we've spent far too long cooped up here. I can't wait to get back to work.
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else? Now, why would we tell you that, stranger?
Yeah, a real nosy stranger. Hey, Julio, get it? Because they got a nose and we don't.
It ruins the joke when you explain it, Lawrence.
Is there anything else?
Screw it.
Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it. Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Been a long time.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else? We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
We felt the whole vault shaking.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
It's refreshing.
They've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Is there anything else? You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck. And thank you.
Before the accidents.
Good luck down there, and, welcome to Vault 63.
Have you heard about... Ugh, again?
You need something?
Oh, I got some. miss her. But why?
You smell something weird?
Don't you... Welcome back. How are things going? We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you?
Long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're alright.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know? He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it. Especially having to work for Overseer Stoltz. We just haven't figured out why, other than being overworked. The Overseer seems to be keeping him extra busy lately, particularly after everything that's been going on.
He's always been friendly. Heck, even used to be fun. Would always be up to party after work. Now, though, huge stick in the mud. Can't say I blame the guy, but last few years, he's been more, what's the word?
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
Boring.
Cold, bottled up, like a shaken Nuka-Cola ready to burst.
Is there anything else? Well, it used to be a lot busier. We'd take the rail line to work in the different wings each day. Then there was the accident, which, honestly, we still don't know much about. After that, most folks we knew became what we call the Lost. And the Overseer became... well... Oh, and then there was the earthquakes recently. That destroyed any way of easily reaching the other wings, even if we wanted to fight them back from the Lost.
It's not all bad. We got food, shelter, safety, and space. It'll sure be nice to be able to get back to work, but just think of it as an extended vacation.
I'm more worried about how much work we'll have to catch up on when things get back to normal. If they ever get back to normal.
No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
We tried to keep working here in the atrium, even outside the vault, but in the end we just stopped. Been locked in here a while now, and looks like nothing's changing until that storm outside passes. Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Yeah. We'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
Research, and science, and discoveries,
Supplies
and
are starting to dwindle a little.
Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Supply runs. You know, before the storms. Hey there! The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
So, you're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? Unusual for those three not to gossip with everyone they meet. Then again, you are a stranger. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? There's no need to be rude. Still, you've helped clear up some issues. The least I can do is give you something for helping us. I'm sure you'll put it to good use. I'm sure I'll...
Condition.
It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you. Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Undetermined. Hilda is the only one left who could have triggered the emergency signal. So we know she was there and alive not long ago. As you'll see, her research was unconventional. It involved studies of the lost. If something happened there, it's likely dangerous. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With our current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
Harvester needs some maintenance, and I'm hoping there's enough parts around here to fix it up. That's what I need you for. Once you've sorted that harvester, I'll fire it off, it'll bring a storm in, and this lot in here can enjoy the view. Everyone wins. Aye, those are the ones. Go ahead and pop that, whatever that is, into one of them consoles. I'm sure those boxes have instructions in them somewhere, mate. Never doubted you for a second, mate. Get the rest of it fixed. Good to me. Go get some more. Looks good to me. Go get some more. Right. All the bars are at the top and flashing green, so that's probably a good thing. I'm gonna set about getting this thing online. You take a quick breather. Remember when I told you about them signatures that weren't used? There was more of them. Also, I don't really know what happens if this harvester doesn't run fully. I'm gonna need you to make sure it charges properly and not let whatever's out there interfere with the process. Last thing, I don't like giving refunds. And if these lot in here don't get what I promised them, they're probably going to want one. So there's another reason to charge them up. Cool. Hang on. Killing that one made the harvester charge a bit more than it normally does. Maybe killing them extra tardy ones will speed it up too. Kill a few more. check. What a roar, man! Well done, mate. A really solid effort. Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Hello again. Didn't expect to see you here.
Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? Well, sure. Of course he did. I swear, since Papa got sick, Oberlin's been like an overprotective uncle to me. Well, not all stern like Uncle Hugo. More like a fun uncle. A funkle. Oh, but I'm not going back. Not yet. Got some things I need to do here first. Ask away. I am in danger! In danger of not finishing this research! On account of the teeny tiny lost problem the sector is experiencing. Did I not mention we're a bit overrun with Lost at the moment? Because that'd be the reason I asked for help! So thanks for stopping by. It's personal. Sorry, always wanted to do that. But really, it is personal. Sorry. Maybe not normal, but something closer to normal. Less dangerous for us and them. Here's a way to put it. Maybe make them more like Uncle Hugo. You know, remember, they used to be our friends. Family. The longer they stay this way, the more likely the rest of the world will kill them all off. Sure. I think. I'm pretty sure. He's tricky to read. He definitely didn't ask me to stop looking into this. That's not a question. I'll thank you not to assume my charm means I'm lacking in skill or intelligence. I wouldn't be here without both. Now, give this asking a question thing another shot. You know questions, right? It's when you raise your voice at the end. I hope that clears things up. You will? Great! First, you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck!
like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix Serum Alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up. Your way back into the caverns outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent dangerous gases from the lab. You may encounter some mutated critters or side effects. Good luck! Come find me when you get some samples, and I'll extract what I need and mix the next doses. You're back. Did you find everything? 20 years of runoff gases from various chemicals, waste materials from the section's power source, as well as various spores and pollens from the plants that got vented into it. Give or take some years of materials. Oh, are you seeing some side effects from exposure? Your eyes do look a little funny. Tell me what you're experiencing. I'll take notes. Ooh, very astute observation. I will write that down verbatim. Not entirely unexpected given the past few decades of chemical exposure to that portion of the cave. But hey, you're still breathing, and standing too. Look at you, you're a regular lab rat in the making. Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum.
You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's parties. People loved it. Maybe it went down a little too well. Folks might have gotten far more inebriated than expected. Still, only a slightly smaller chance of mixed alcoholic drinks exploding than advanced chemical formulas. Okay, here's the first one. And here's the second. Don't worry, these shouldn't explode. Head over to the biology wing. There's a lost sedated in the surgery room. Should still be sedated, hopefully. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I'll unlock the door from the terminal.
Didn't work either. But we're so close. Okay, once more. Serum Omega has the stabilizing agent from the mushrooms, the relaxants from Henry, and a stronger dosage than Serum Alpha. Go to the vat storage room. You should find one of the lost in a vat hooked up to some machines. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes.
And you
scare us something. Beasts. They rip us.
are a little weird, but, we did it! You better head back to the office. I'll tell you everything.
Welcome back. Let's talk. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. I'm sure you've run into their like before. It's when our kind goes from just sounding gruff and radiated to snarling, teeth-gnashing monster. We don't know why it happens, who it can happen to, or if there's any way to cure it. But, well, that last part is what we're trying to figure out. I'm not just expositing a sad life story for your sympathy. There's a point to it. As you've probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the Lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a Lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me. Not here. Sorry about that. You have to remember, these are our friends. Family. If we can keep them sedated, they aren't a threat to us or themselves anymore. And if you want to be pragmatic, we need samples. Living, healthy samples. See? It's still science. Promise. That's classified, I think. But the way you handle yourself, I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time before we rope you into the effort. Not really. We had some early breakthroughs, especially using the, never mind. Just science stuff. I can tell you it mattered, though. A lot. We all had someone going through it, and I mean all of us. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that, thank you. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those! Really! An integral step in fixing the Lost, I mean it! But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back! Bye now! You should head back now. Tell Oberlin not to worry about me. Surely the name is a coincidence. It's a pretty popular name.
We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change.
You're back. Were you able to secure Hilda safely? My bar for questionable has been raised quite high in my time here. Care to elaborate?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Much as I prefer the direct solution to dealing with a problem, I've learned that science has a different set of needs. Or I've been made to believe as much. It's not my place to tell the researchers here how to conduct themselves. Unfortunately. I appreciate you assisting with my actual responsibility, which is keeping them all safe. That said, I also sympathize with your skepticism. You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around here. If you're ready, I'd like to brief you on a highly classified matter. To be frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formally. I remain in contact with him to this day. I suspect that's for good reason. There's much about how we operate that civilians aren't privy to. And like I said, for good reason. Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad. Not quite. When I signed on with Mr. Stoltz, I made it clear where my allegiances lie. He did not seem concerned with this. Whether or not he realized that I would maintain those allegiances long after the world came crashing down, well, that's not my concern. Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return, and I fear the worst. Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands. No, Daniel is part of the security crew hired by Mr. Stoltz, but he is still a member of my team. While I wasn't able to select my team personally, I have come to trust each and every one of them. It pains me not knowing Daniel's condition. Information on the weather machine, the storm, the Lost, and Mr. Stoltz's recent activities. If things continue to accelerate as they are, I may end up requesting additional support. It's imperative they be made aware of what's happening. Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance that the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, you're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
A way to contain the Lost and use them to power the vault. This could be the answer we need.
Dropworth tour back again? Right, when I'm... So, this harvester needs some maintenance, and I'm hoping there's enough parts around here to fix it up. That's what I need you for. Once you've sorted that harvester, I'll fire it off, it'll bring a storm in, and this lot in here can enjoy the view. Everyone wins. Aye, those are the ones. Go ahead and pop that, whatever that is, into one of them consoles. I'm sure those boxes have instructions in them somewhere, mate. Never doubted you for a second, mate. Get the rest of it fixed. Looks good to me. Go get some more.
They have come again.
Keep going. Get me there. Right. All the bars are at the top and flashing, so that's probably a good thing. I'm gonna set about getting this thing online. Take a quick breather. them signatures that weren't you? Now, there's more of them. Also, I don't really know what happens if this harvester doesn't run fully. I'm gonna need you to make sure it charges properly and not let whatever's out there interfere with the process. Last thing, I don't like giving refunds. And if these lot in here don't get what I promised them, they're probably going to want one. So there's another reason to charge them up. Cool. Hang on. Killing that one made the harvester charge a bit more than it normally does. Maybe killing them extra sparky ones will speed this up. Kill a few more and see. on if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
ツバーグからお越しの上品な紳士がこちらにお住まいです。いえ、カーペットにエンジンオイルを垂らして回らなければ申し分なかったのですが。
窃盗、略奪、暴行、殺人、花を踏みつけるなどの行為はお控えください。
アーティザンズコーナーはクリエイティブな実践学習の場です。そして荒野サバイバル体験はここで一番人気のプログラムです。
リゾート保安巡回の邪魔は控えてください。状況悪化を招くだけです。さらなる状況悪化を招くだけです。
ビビってる場合じゃない。近くに何かいる。お前の能力を使って洗礼を受けさせてやる、この無能め。ついてないな。
緊急医療サービスはこちらです。 早急に手当てが必要な場合は便利な自動受付係までどうぞ。
犯罪者は放っておいても消えません。急いで。
市民の皆様、落ち着いてください。ワトが緊急サービスがあなたを支援します。どのような緊急事態かお知らせください。
ミスター・スパークルスは木の上よ。
説明してください。ミスター・スパークルズとは何ですか？
猫よ。木の上にいるの。
猫が木の上にいるのですね。
そうなの。あんなところにいちゃダメ。
猫は木の上にいるべきではない。そういうことですね。
そう。急いで。
下がってください。問題解決。猫はもう木の上にはいません。
ミスター・スパーク
何をグズグズしているのですか？
ャンプには保守的逸脱要素というものがいくつかあります。報告を提出します。社階級の権力を広める任務が当ユニットには割り当てられています。ものは没収します。革命万歳。労働党の真紅の血の色に染め上げるまで停止はしません。に蔓延する自由を求める思想は帝国主義につながります。嘘を見抜き党のために戦うのです。共同体です。我々は党です。我々は軍団です。今こそ我々の時代です。労働者階級に反対。 主義の支配の下で育つのです。ファシズムを隠すための貪欲な仮面。資本主義に潰される前に潰し返すのです。我々は労働者階級、仕事は尽きることがありません。